Today, I want to speak on what I titled Learning to Learn. Learning to learn. What is the meaning of learning to learn? Active listening. Learning the act of listening. Now, why is this so important in a love relationship? This is it. Let's say I'm from Edo State, raised by an Edo parent. My mom, Edo, dad, Edo, and I'm an Edo boy. And my wife happens to be from Kogi State. She's Igala. Father Igala, mother Igala. We came from two different backgrounds. These are something that people don't really understand. You just meet this person. You guys do not know yourself from anywhere. You are from Yoruba, he's from Hausa. You are from Yoruba, he's an Igbo guy. And you guys met each other. There is this aspect, this phase of you people's life that it must be done consciously and intentionally, learning each other. Oh yes. You have to learn. You have to learn each other. And the way you learn is by active listening, not by talking. A lot of people want to be heard, but they don't want to hear. So I have to learn who I am with. Listen to me. Learn the person that you are with. In such a way, you go to school 4 years to do a course that you might practically practice for 40 years of your life. You go to school 6 years to study medicine, to be a practicing medical doctor, that you practically do for 35, 40 years of your life, and you retire. How are you planning on doing life with someone that you don't study and learn? And you're going to do life, not 40 years, not 50 years, life with this person. And practically it could be 70 years. It could be 80 years. Maybe you got married at the age of 20 and you are supposed to live 100 years. You're going to do about 80 years with this person. And you cannot sit down, take out time to learn the person that you are with. And how do you learn people? You learn people by listening to them. Out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaketh. So you get to know the person that you are with by just listening to them. By just listening to them. People say who they are. For instance, there's no possibility that when I was single, there was no way you will not know that I'm a child of God, because I talk about it. I used to have lady friends and all that. They come around me, but God is so eaten into me that we can't just have conversation without me telling you that the Bible says. The Bible says. The Bible says. And all that. So you get to know the person. I remember there was a friend of mine that very close. She was a lady and all that. She knew that there was a day she was telling me, she said, everybody knows that. Brother Victor, it's very hard for somebody not to know that, you're a child of God, you love the Lord. Every time we come around you, that's what you do, that's what you discuss, that's what you talk about. But this other guy, we don't even really know what he does. You see, so you get to know what people do by what they say. You get to know who people are when they open their mouth. That's the reason why you have to be also careful how you open your mouth and how you talk. There are a lot of people that don't talk. They get to know you first before they begin to talk. And they talk inside the house. They don't talk like that outside. So when you're going out with such kind of person, you get to know them inside the house, not outside. So it is not every time you want to be heard. Sometimes you need to keep quiet and listen and listen. and listen and listen and learn and learn this person. I remember when I got married, I thought I knew my wife. I thought I knew my wife. We were friends for about 9 years before we got married. So I thought I knew her. So, but when we got married, I remember she making one statement. She says, "Oh, it's like you had a wrong perspective of me, a wrong understanding of my person." And can I be sincere? Truly, over time, I have discovered that the lady I knew as a young single spinter is different from a lady I married. Yes, it's different from the married mother and wife person in terms of thought, in terms of perception about life, and the difference, big difference. So what do? I sit back to start learning. Okay. So there were some things I used to say before. I don't say them anymore. When we single, I was, her president, FCS, fellowship, pastor, and all this stuff. So the associates, I'll just say authoritatively, "Oga, now you are husband. You are husband now. You can't just talk anyhow. She's your wife. She's not your member. She's not, an usher or somebody that you say, no." So I began to learn that, because now feelings, emotions have been attached to it. Once I react like that, it hurts her feelings. Like, "Oh, my love, why will you talk to me like that?" Oh, and I'll say, "Oh, wow." So you have to learn your partner. And the way you learn to learn your partner is by active listening. Do it, just leave a like, leave a comment, share, subscribe. God bless you. Thank you, guys. Those that have followed, thank you. And bye-bye.